Fannie Mae Lewis was a dedicated community leader and longtime Cleveland City Council member. She tirelessly advocated for the rights and well-being of her constituents. Born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1926, she moved to Cleveland in the 1950s, where she became an influential voice for the Hough neighborhood. She entered politics in the late 1970s during a period of significant social and economic challenges, determined to make a difference in her community. Her passion for public service and her unwavering commitment to the people of Cleveland made her a respected and beloved figure in local government. Lewis dedicated nearly 30 years to the Cleveland City Council, representing Ward 7, which encompasses the Hough neighborhood. Renowned for her hands-on leadership, she actively engaged with residents, championed better housing, and sought to enhance city services. Her efforts were instrumental in revitalizing Hough, a community profoundly impacted by economic decline and the racial unrest of the 1960s. A firm believer in grassroots activism, she worked tirelessly to foster development, expand economic opportunities, and improve living conditions for her constituents. One of her most significant accomplishments was spearheading the legislation that established Cleveland's Fannie Lewis Law, a groundbreaking policy mandating that a percentage of workers on city-funded construction projects be local residents. This initiative was designed to ensure that economic development directly benefited Clevelanders, particularly those in historically marginalized communities. By requiring contractors to hire locally, the law created employment opportunities for residents who often face barriers to stable, well-paying jobs. Beyond job creation, the Fannie Lewis Law set a precedent for seeking to promote economic equity and community investment. The law underscored the importance of inclusion and economic growth, demonstrating how policy could be leveraged to address systemic disparities. Lewis's advocacy for empowerment ensured that city resources were used to uplift those who needed them the most. In 2003, Cleveland City Council enacted the Fannie Lewis Law. However, the Ohio Supreme Court overturned this legislation in 2019. Despite this setback, the Fannie Lewis Law continues to serve as a blueprint. Lewis believed that investing in schools and mentorship programs could provide children with the necessary tools to build brighter futures. She tirelessly advocated for increased funding for local schools, better teacher support, and enhanced educational resources. Lewis understood that a strong educational foundation was essential for long-term community revitalization. The advocator also forged partnerships with local organizations to develop programs aimed at supporting both children and their families. She played an active role in initiatives that provided mentorship, after-school activities, and job training for young people in Hough, ensuring they had access to opportunities that would help them thrive. Her dedication to education extended beyond policy. She was known for personally mentoring young residents and encouraging them to pursue higher education and career aspirations. Through her efforts, she left a lasting impact on generations of students and families in her community. Lewis's leadership extended beyond City Hall. She was an outspoken and sometimes controversial figure, unafraid to challenge political leaders, business interests, and even her own colleagues when she believed her community needs were being ignored. Her direct and sometimes fiery approach to politics earned her both admiration and criticism, but there was no doubt about her dedication to the people she served. She was known for her ability to speak truth to power and hold officials accountable for their promises. Fannie Lewis remained a dedicated public servant until her passing in 2008 at the age of 82, leaving behind a legacy of transformative leadership and tireless advocacy. Throughout her decades in office, she fought relentlessly for policies that uplifted Cleveland's most vulnerable communities, ensuring that residents had a voice in local government. Her work not only improved conditions in Hough, but also set a standard for grassroots leadership that inspired future generations of activists and public officials. Her commitment to her constituents was unwavering, and her impact continues to shape the city's development. Lewis's legacy endures through the policies she championed, the countless lives she touched, and the progress she fought to achieve. The Fannie Lewis Law remains a model for economic equity, and the revitalization efforts she led have left a lasting imprint on Cleveland's neighborhoods. Beyond legislation, her spirit lives on in the people she mentored, the communities she strengthened, and the unwavering belief that local activism can make meaningful change. She remains an enduring symbol of resilience, community advocacy, and a steadfast devotion to the city she loved.